Have you experienced any kind of temptation recently? Temptation to cheat in your relationship, to eat that extra slice of pizza, or whatever kind of temptation? Let me tell you that you shouldn't feel bad about it. Okay, so now let me tell you a quick story. Every Sunday, I go for a walk in a park near my house. In this park, there is a priest holding mass for a large group of people. Occasionally, I stop my walk to listen to the speech the priest gives at some point in the ceremony. Last Sunday, the priest started talking about a very interesting topic, and the topic was temptation. It captured my attention because, as we all know, temptation is seen from a religious standpoint almost as a sin. It has always been a forbidden feeling for some reason. We have always heard that we should avoid temptation, and in fact, many times we have heard that we should avoid the feeling of temptation. So the priest basically said that God, the universe, or whatever you want to call it, gives us the ability to experience a vast array of feelings and emotions, and of course, temptation is one of them. So he said that we should not try to avoid the feeling of temptation at all. In fact, we will not be able to eliminate it because it comes from the stimulus of our senses, and we cannot get rid of our senses as far as I know. He gave the example of a married man who sees an attractive woman and experiences the temptation to talk to her or to flirt. What can this man do? Close his eyes and walk through life like that? Of course not. So then he started sharing the way to deal or to understand temptation in our lives. He said that we always are going to experience temptations because it is something natural. So the problem is not temptation itself, but the real problem is what you do with it. I mean, that idea blew my mind. I thought to myself, man, that's correct. So how many times do you find yourself doing things that you didn't want to do in the first place, but ended up doing it anyway? I mean, almost every day we can see this happening. Now imagine you go to the gym and you are on a diet. Now imagine your mom or your girlfriend cook you your favorite dessert. You are tempted to eat it, right? But that itself does nothing. If you eat it, you might feel bad about it because you know that it represents you not sticking to your diet. But if you don't eat it, the temptation to eat it just becomes nothing. You basically left it without force. Let's take me for example. Every day I walk to the gym because it is very near to my house. After finishing my workout on the way back home, I always pass by coffee places, donut places, ice cream places, you name it. And you know, they have the donuts, let's say, on the counter, so people see them and buy them. Normally, when I pass by these places, I immediately feel the temptation to buy a donut and eat it. But guess what? I don't do it because I remember what the priest said. It is normal to feel temptation. What is important is what you do with it. In this case, despite of the strong temptation, I decide not to buy, and automatically temptation does not have force anymore. So this really got me thinking that there is temptation in everything, in every step we take in life. Temptation to procrastinate, to cheat, to eat bad food, to not go to the gym. If you notice it, there is temptation that leads you to action or to no action, and both can be good or bad for you. I'm convinced that the decision we take while we experience temptation will determine the direction and outcomes of our lives. This new way of thinking about temptation led me to become more aware of it, and of course, more aware of my thought process. I really believe it is important to use temptation to our advantage. Let's stop for a moment, take 2 deep breaths, and think while we are experiencing it. The purpose of this is to avoid bad decisions that will possibly destroy our future. It might sound extreme, but in some cases it does. So next time you identify yourself in temptation, remember the teachings of this young priest in this video. Don't feel bad about feeling temptation. Rather, experience it and then decide what actions you will take as a result of this temptation. If you handle it this way, I guarantee you that you will have better outcomes in your life. Okay, so that's what I have for you today, guys. And if you like this video, click subscribe, click like, and leave a comment below. So see you in the next one.